Greetings, everyone. An enticing showdown here on 2K Sports. We're so glad you could join us. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. And here's Rose. And the dunk by Rose.
And without question, Derrick Rose is one of the most athletic players the league has ever seen. Right there, reminding us just what he can do.
Count the basket.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Roy. Pass to D-Bots. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. And it comes off the front of the rim. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for East Rutherford. He had a nice open look right there.
And combining that great speed with a deft shooting touch, Kenny, the Jet, on point there from distance.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And already, Rose may be the most athletic point guard in the league. Amazing quickness to go with that leaping ability.
And East Rutherford, another 3.
Well, that's the right play there. Love to see him move it for a better look.
Right side Rose. Shoots over Van Vliet. And again, Toronto no luck. Here's Shaq. And the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
And there's the call on Boyd. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
For 3, Durant.
Kevin Durant.
It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now, here's Rose. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Jeffries. And again, Toronto no luck.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Jeffries, good.
And you love to see Rose operating as a playmaker first and foremost.
Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And the foul on Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so here is East Rutherford. They've held a 12-point lead early. East Rutherford shooting their first free throws of this. The free throw drops for Smith.
For East Rutherford, Kevin Smith.
He hits both from the stripe. Toronto trails by 10. Out to the wing. Here's Jeffries. And it's KD with the rebound. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Down low. Now, here is O'Neal. And Divac pulls it down. Pass to Jeffries. From outside, off the mark. Here's Avdia.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so we conclude the first half. East Rutherford leads by 10. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. East Rutherford leading by 10. Pass to Vassell. Back to Johnson. Over to the wing. Vassell outside. No good from outside. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Ballers. Jeffries can't get it to go. Johnson with it. And it's blocked by Divac.
Stifling the offense in close. I love how he got right into their business there.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. East Rutherford leading by 8. Smith outside. Here's Avdia. East Rutherford with another miss. Outside Roy. The kick out to Rose. His three-pointer's off the mark. Van Vliet wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 points.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. Van Vliet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
Now here's defense. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Roy. And then Roy with the jam.
Man, Roy can fly.
Kuzma inside. And it's blocked by Divac.
Let me tell you, blocks like that, protecting the rim, those are winning basketball players.
East Rutherford leading by 9. Pass to Johnson. Back to Vassell. Now, here's Johnson. Clock at 6. Over Rose. Here's Olowokandi. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Now, here's Vassell. Back to Johnson. Johnson finishes inside with ease.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Back to Rose. Johnson with the block.
When your defense is challenged like that, you need guys to rise to the occasion.
Here's Johnson. And the layup falls.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now here's Rose. Yes, that goes in.
And Rose proving already to be a relentless competitor, excellent at finding ways to finish inside.
Vassell, the bounce pass. Here's Johnson. And the shot is good.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Toronto trails by 13. Outside Rose. Outside Roy. Just 5 to shoot. Vassell grabs the board. East Rutherford leading by 13. Back to Johnson. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to East Rutherford. They'll retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now, here's Johnson. The shot's good from Kuzma.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And they pick up 2.
And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
Johnson left side. And here's Vassell from the arc.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's Vassell on the wing. Magic Johnson with the slam.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now here's Rose. And the dunk by Rose.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Here is Jeffries. Outside Roy. They set the pick. And then Roy with the dunk.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Olowokandi. Johnson draws the double. Vassell outside. Off target with his 3. Toronto trails by 12. Klingon, great positioning on the putback.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop Klingon when he's that close.
Magic driving in. Launches a 3. They get it again.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And out of bounds as East Rutherford gains possession.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
To the inside. The wide open look for Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
Oh, that's too easy for KD. You just can't let him get a look from the corner.
Here's Ivy, and it's sent back by O'Neal.
Well, you have to deny these easy shots when you can. They send a clear message to your opponent. Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. Now, Ivy. Pass to Jeffries. It's up a three. No good there.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Avdia misses in close. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Klingon. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And what's scary about Klingon, he's still learning how to score around the rim. Donovan will only get better.
To the wing right side. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for East Rutherford.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
To the paint, here's O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. Roy attacking. And that one is off. East Rutherford leading by 16. And the wide open shot from Avdia. That 3 off the mark. Here is Jeffries. Second chance shot. Pass to Klingon. Ivy on the wing. Lets it go from deep. And it's Shaq with the rebound. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for East Rutherford. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. O'Neal. The layup missed.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And he makes that one.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Pass to Smith. And here is Durant. Over Jeffries. Gets the 14-footer to fall. 10 points for Kevin Durant. And so it's East Rutherford with the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Welcome, everyone, to our broadcast. This is 2K Sports, bringing you tonight's game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. It'll be East Rutherford off the tip. Inside, here's O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Great open look there.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs. Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Here's Kuzma. Avdia with a defensive effort. And Van Vliet, here we go.
And wheeling himself to the basket, Van Vliet has earned his spot in the NBA. This guy hard to deny.
SGA with the ball. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Oh, nice pass to set that bucket up.
And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Now, here's SGA. Back to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, that's too smooth. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander with some clever playmaking there.
O'Neal high post. Down low. Here's Avdia. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Durant. Screen by O'Neal. Using his length inside. Durant.
And when you're a good passer, the D expects that. He tricked him there and kept it for a bucket.
In the corner, Smart with it. Here's Kuzma. Misses the three. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
A nice show of force by Avdia at the rim, punishing the defense for giving him the open.
Now here's Durant. He has yet to score. Right side, SGA.
First personal foul. First team foul.
24 seconds left to play in the first half. Aldridge with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Durant, no good. Here's O'Neal. O'Neal literally bending the rim with the power.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And so that brings the first half to a close. East Rutherford leads by 10 and will return shortly. And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 10-point game. Out to the right wing. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, KD. His three-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the middle. Here's O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Aldridge left side. Over Durant. Aldridge, no luck. East Rutherford leading by 12. Van Vliet wide open. Off target with his three. Kuzma inside. And here's KD for three. And another miss by Memphis. Van Vliet attacking. And he dunks it down.
Well, the best dunks are quick, emphatic, and leave the defense knowing it was on them.
Pass to Aldridge. Going inside. Misses from close range. And it's East Rutherford's ball. Now Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Now here's Kuzma. Outside, Smart. And another miss by Memphis. Smith wide open. He fires. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Kuzma pulls it in.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Can they get it?
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, SGA. Durant for three. No good that time. East Rutherford leading by 19 points. Left side, O'Neal. Knippel. An easy 2 points on the layup. Knippel's got his first basket.
When you see him out there, Knippel's frame is impressive, especially for his age.
Outside for Smart. No good on the three.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by East Rutherford.
Assist goes to.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Vassell. Stolen by Smart. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. And it's blocked.
Well, we could feel that block from here. Great to see this kind of energy on defense.
Here's Kuzma. And another miss by Memphis. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for East Rutherford. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team counts on him to rack up points.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Now, here's SGA. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And the foul on Marcus Smart.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And here is Vassell. Pass to Kneppel. Durant with the steal.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
To the inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
Magic Johnson.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Textbook use of the pick and roll, and he's the beneficiary in that one. And I'll tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Johnson left side.
Oh, good defense by the big man Aldridge. Love seeing him hustle on this end like that. Oh, great steal. Is there an aspect of this game they haven't controlled?
Kuzma outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. And again, Memphis no good. And so here is East Rutherford. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Kneppel tight, or he'll knock those down.
Outside Aldridge to stop the run. Rebound, East Rutherford.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kuzma outside. It's tipped. And stolen by Kuzma. Durant with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Over Kneppel. Kuzma can't get it to go. Johnson right side. Kuzma outside. And East Rutherford another 3. And so it's East Rutherford with the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time. Welcome, everyone. So happy to have you along for this 2K Sports presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. To the middle. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Here's Avdia. Holland with the rebound.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. He just couldn't find the mark.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
First team foul.
Free throw good. Where?
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies. Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now here's Van Vliet.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Here's Holland, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And sadly, Jaden Ivey's 2025 season coach was cut short by injury.
Yeah, it was really too bad, Kevin, because he was having a great year and an improving year as the time went on. This guy's just getting better and better. Both his shooting is improving and his decision-making, and it was a shame he didn't get to see that through to the end.
Oh, rising up with the throwdown. I love seeing KD finish with some power.
KD on the wing. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
3 points.
KD's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Ivey. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Back to Avdia. Clock at 6. And finished off by Avdia.
Great hops. Avdia got way up there.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Here's Ware. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Screen by O'Neal. Down low. Oh, the size and the force of Shaquille O'Neal.
O'Neal is a...
Oh, look at that.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Wallace left side. Pass to Ware. And that one is hammered home.
Sure, why settle for the layup when you can just jam it home? You gotta love the aggressive finish.
It's taken away by Wallace. And the slam dunk by Wallace.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got 6.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. New Orleans leads by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Smith outside. With the drive. And then Smith with the dunk.
Yeah, he just put his head down and went to work on the drive.
Wallace looking for an opening. Inside. Adam. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Shaq.
A massive energy force. Adams is about 270, and that's all nasty. Very hard to contain, and he draws a lot of fouls. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Johnson outside. Kuzma inside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Points in close are always something coaches strive for.
Wallace outside. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, Henderson's vision continues to improve. He's quick to spot those openings and make passes.
Good ball movement here by East Rutherford. It's Vassell on the wing. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Henderson. That one off the back iron and out. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Ware. And another three for New Orleans.
Well, you know that's the name of the game these days. Hit threes, spread out that defense.
Pass to Johnson. Adams, some nice D. Here's Ware. Off on the layup. East Rutherford trails by 5. And the call will be against Khalil Ware. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Vassell. Pass to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Knippel. Defended by Sharp. East Rutherford needs to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Henderson looking it over. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting it in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Just 5 to shoot. Kuzma sets a screen.
Finishing things off there with a dunk.
East Rutherford trails by 8. Back to Johnson. Stop the run. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And how about that instant response? Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket. Here's Yang. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
To the inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now Johnson. Following the miss by Kyle Kuzma from deep. Johnson finishes inside with ease.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Johnson. Out to the right wing. Knippel sinks the three-pointer. Knippel got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Another one falls for New Orleans.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Magic Johnson.
And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Now, here's Mitchell. And stolen by Vassell. Pass to Olowokandi. Vassell outside. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, Vassell has the range to create a lot of trouble at the arc.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Cloak loose. To the paint. Shots up. And it's Wallace slamming it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Holland. Screen by Adams. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Olowokandi. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for East Rutherford.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Pass to Adams. Here's Ivy. And again, no good by New Orleans. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for East Rutherford. And so it's East Rutherford with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.